Hello! Thank you so much for coming to this video today. I really appreciate it. This is my weekly Cardano recap, and we're going to be going over everything that you've missed in the Cardano ecosystem in the past week. We're going to be summing that up into, a 10 to 20 minute video. And we do have a lot of cool stuff that's happened this week. It doesn't seem like it because we had Coinbase and we had all this stuff happening, but this week was actually a very, very big week for Cardano. And we're going to be talking about that in this video today. We're going to be talking about, is Cardano fully decentralized? What that means, the areas of decentralization. I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts because I think people are kind of in the wrong space when it comes to Cardano decentralization on, where we're at, the timeline. We're going to be going over the Project Catalyst winners for Fund 3. I think it was $500,000 went out. We'll be going over the exact details later in this video, but that's a big deal. We're also going to be talking about a new liquidity provider that's actually partnered with IOG to do some DeFi stuff. So it's going to be a very action-packed video. So if you guys could, click that like button and then comment down below. Specifically, if you want to see more weekly recaps, comment weekly recap down below. Also, delegating to Bloom. We have Bloom through Bloom 6. We were actually the 8th block ever minted by Stakepool on the Cardano blockchain. So we pay great returns. We've been here from the beginning and we'll be here till your end. Also, if you're looking to have your own Stakepool but don't have the technical skills to do so, look at the links down below. One of the links is spaas.info, and we can actually host your Stakepool for you. But this is going to be a great video. Let's jump into it. Project Catalyst, Cardano's Voltaire. A lot's been happening, and we're going to be going over, the winners of Fund 3, and then also some announcements from Fund 5. There's actually a keynote done on Wednesday by Charles Hoskinson himself, and they released all the details for Fund 5. It's pretty big stuff. It's really big news, so we're going to be taking a look at that right now. So, Project Catalyst Town Hall Recap. Remember, they do these every Wednesday. There's obviously a keynote by Charles. And Fund 5 opened with $2 million US. That's a lot. We started off with only 500,000 in Fund 2. So moving up to $2 million is definitely a lot of money. So welcome to the experiment. Reminder, and this is because Project Catalyst is so new, so they're specifically talking about the app, the voting system, about participating with IdeaScale. This is also new. We are trying to build one of the first decentralized governance platforms ever. So things will obviously break, and things have broken, specifically with Yoroi users last time, we had trouble voting. So there's a good example of that. So things may break, lack documentation. That is for sure. There's terrible documentation on this stuff. Differ greatly between iterations, disorient, overload, and inspire. But there's a lot going on, so I understand why there is a lack of documentation. But it is just a Cardano classic because everything's so new and there's so much happening all at once. So the treasury today, and this is a huge amount, $367 million or plus or minus $444 million. And treasury at the end of the year is going to be projected of 600 million ADA. It's not even dollars. 600 million ADA. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. So why should you participate? And it's because you're actually, building something that may change the world, being a part of this. So interact with an awesome community, build something impactful and meaningful, learn and grow, build reputation. This is true. I've seen a lot of people build reputation in this space, actively influence token price. And they're essentially saying by you adding value to Cardano, you can actually increase the token price, make a living / supplemental income doing what you love. So choose your calling. We have different options here: proposer, an implementer, a community advisor, a referrer, a voter, a communicator, a doer, a lurker. All right, so what are we and where are we going? So Fund 2, there's 78 ideas. In Fund 3, there was 150. In Fund 4, we already have 284. So this is showing the growth. And we're also going to be going over the proposals that were funded from Fund 3, so I'm excited for that. So the goal for 2021 is 2,500 ideas and 300 proposals funded. And there's expected to be 8 to 11 funds in 2021. So Fund 5 is starting, and you can register in this right here. I'll have the link down below, cardano.ideascale.com. And they are doing this new referral thing. So if you guys want, you don't have to. When you're submitting an idea and it says referral, type in big pay. I'm not sure what it does, but they are doing it, so it must mean something. So if I do refer you to this, click that link down below and type in big pay. And then pick a challenge you have something to say about and post your insight. So this is not the time to propose proposals. Proposal submission starts actually next week, right? So right now it's kind of an idea phase. So keep that in mind. So what does the $2 million look like? That's the total budget. And there's different challenges here. We have the $600,000 or 600,000. Yeah, it's dollars. I don't like that they do dollars. The dev ecosystem challenge, 600,000. dApps and integrations, 250K. 100K for distributed decision making. 100K for proposal outreach. And then 100K for catalyst value onboarding and 50K for metadata. And that's not all. For the first time ever, $400,000 in the community choice challenge set forth by you. So Grow Africa, Grow Cardano is $200,000 in that one, and then $200,000 in Scale Up Cardano's DeFi ecosystem. So this is pretty big. I mean, that's $2 million going out to anybody in the community that wants to actually propose an idea and get funding to add value and utility to the Cardano blockchain. And I do think this is huge because these happen fairly quickly now. I would say every month or two we have a new challenge, new funded. So this is pretty big news, because soon we're seeing this now. Soon I'll be making a video saying $2 million has went to people trying to add value to the chain. So what are the incentives for participation? So 260K voter incentives, 100K for advisor incentives, and 40K for referrer incentives. So I think that means if you get funded, I'll get some cash, but don't worry about it. But if you do, feel free. And then obviously here are all the links here. So I'll have all these links posted down below. So let's go over who was actually funded in Fund 3. And then after this, we're going to be going into the decentralization part of this video. So make sure you stay tuned. I'm sure that may be why you clicked the video. So this is not the funds. Let me click off of here real quick. So Catalyst Fund 3, who has been funded? So first and foremost is Liquid Cardano DeFi liquidity pools. They had a lot of people vote for them. I mean, what is that? 1.6 billion ADA voted yes on that and 18 million downvote. They're definitely everyone's favorite. So they got funded, of course, and then ADA TX to trigger IoT plus IO hardware spends. I'm pretty sure that's Kyle's, so excited to see him get funded. Comprehensive NFT Framework Collab got funded by a long shot again. Digital Asset Inheritance got funded. Decentralized Accounting got funded and then Food Traceability Solution. Happy to see that one get funded. dApp for Business Contracts got funded. The Basket dApp got funded, which I thought this one was really funny. They got funded $1. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Python module. So that's a Python module be used with Cardano. Very excited to see that. And Visual Studio Smart Contract plugin. That's very interesting. A Visual Studio Smart Contract plugin. I'd love to see that. Happy that got funded. Another Liquid one. Liquid Developer Portal, Cardano SDK. Liquid's doing a lot, and they're getting funded a lot of money. Cardano Sharp .NET library. Happy to see that. It's a C# library for Cardano. Developer and SPO tools. This is for CN tools. This is something that a lot of SPOs actually use. I don't like it, but I do like their G Live view. So happy to see them get funded. Cardano Itele Idea plugin MVP got funded. And then after that, we have the Cardano serialization library in Go, a metadata Oracle node, ABCD. Very happy to see Josh and the team get funded with ABCD, a development group in Africa. Happy for that. ADA Makerspace, Dev Lessons, metadata oracles, explore, write dApps' continuous workflows, grow Cardano, grow Africa, or grow Africa, grow Cardano. And this is just the ideas right here. So look, yeah, community choice, grow Africa, grow Cardano, and scale up Cardano's DeFi system. So that's the Fund 3 winners. Let's see what I would like to come back to this and kind of see what they all accomplished. I'll be making videos like that with Fund 2 and Fund 3. So let's go on to the next part of the video. So now on to the next part of the video. A big day happened for Cardano, and it was actually this Wednesday. 100% of the blocks in the ecosystem are now being minted by stake pools, right? This is huge. This was actually tied to the D parameter. And then when we first started, we actually started off at D equals 0.9. And what that meant was that 90% of the blocks are actually being minted by IOG on their own servers, and 10% of the blocks are being minted by stake pools like me or like anyone else in the community that runs a stake pool. And that was to ensure one thing, the stability of the network. They're doing something very new with this proof of stake system. They wanted to make sure, they had a safety mechanism for, rolling things back, right? So that leads me to this question, this title of the video. Well, is Cardano fully decentralized now? The answer is no, it's not. But 100% of the blocks are actually being minted by Staples in this ecosystem now. So why isn't Cardano decentralized? We're going to be going into that in just a second. But this video isn't FUD. It isn't anything. It's just I want people to really understand the risk that is attached with centralization, right? Because a lot of people in the community, and that's why I'm saying this, is not to spread FUD. I keep seeing people say Cardano is finally decentralized. Cardano is fully decentralized, when that is not the case. And I don't want to spread this around because it's a lie. Cardano isn't fully decentralized yet. And people need to understand that risk, because there is obviously, as most people know with crypto, there is an inherent risk in centralization itself. So it's important that, to invest in Cardano, to be a part of the community, that you understand, the inherent risk that there is with the centralization that is still there. But at the same time, I'm very happy to see 100% of the blocks being minted by Staples. This is a huge milestone on the road to full and complete decentralization, to Cardano actually being in the hands of the community. I mean, this is really the biggest step, right? And that's why this week is so important for Cardano. And I know with Coinbase being released, us hitting $1, that this might not seem like a meaningful milestone, but this is the meaningful milestone. This is more important than Coinbase. This is more important than $1, because 100% of the blocks are now being minted by Staples. But it's important that you understand what that means, and that's what I'm going to be explaining in this video. But to celebrate real quick, I'm going to show you guys what Daedalus actually showed when this happened. So it's pretty cool. So you got some fireworks. If you guys watched this happen on Daedalus, the deparameter finally switched over, and now Cardano is fully decentralized. It's really cool to see that. I'm very happy about that. So let's go into, why Cardano isn't decentralized, and, when will it be? And what are those risks? So why isn't Cardano fully decentralized yet? You keep seeing like, oh, well, the deparameter, it's no more. 100% of the blocks are being minted by Stakepool. And I often see people saying, oh, well, we're more decentralized than Bitcoin. That's incorrect. We're not more decentralized than Bitcoin. And it's not good to say that, because if you look at it from a node standpoint, you could say that. You could say, oh, well, there's more nodes, there's less centralization. But you guys are missing one key point, the people that say this. The fact that IOG does all of the updates, IOG determines the catalyst funding. We don't have a way to vote us out of certain things. I mean, there's a lot of reasons why we're still centralized. So please stop saying that we're more decentralized than Bitcoin, because we're not. We will be someday. We will be. But saying that now is not a good thing, because it's not going to mean so much when we are, and we actually are, right? So the reason that we aren't decentralized, let's start with the first thing, and it's the voting system. We're working on it right now with Project Catalyst. We went over all of the new things that are happening with Project Catalyst. This is coming very fast. There's a lot of momentum behind it, but we still cannot vote on protocol parameters, and that's very important. We can't vote on K. We can't vote on A naught. We can't vote on any of this stuff, because the actual software isn't there. The actual ability to do that in the chain is not there. We don't have voting keys in our wallets. We have staking keys, payment keys. We don't have voting keys. We don't have a way to vote that this is the direction that we want the system to go. We don't have a way to vote that this is what we want the K parameter to be, or we want to go. All we can do right now is fund proposals, right? All of those proposals got funded earlier. That's what we can do, and nothing more. And nothing more. There is no more ability, and that's the first, that's the first reason we're not decentralized. And then on top of that, if you look, oh, well, we have the ways to fund ideas, we have this proposal system. Well, who actually determines the challenges, that goes into this? Well, it's IOG, it's IOHK. They're determining the amount of money that goes in the challenges. They determine the name of the challenges, and they also, the biggest thing there is them actually determining the money in the challenges, right? I mean, like we said, there's going to be 600 million ADA at the end of the year in there. And obviously they're giving out right now $2 million in ADA, and they're just little trials. I'm not talking in a negative way, but it's important for people to see this, right? And understand that we're not completely decentralized, but at the same time, I understand why this is centralized in this way. I mean, what are we supposed to do? Are we just supposed to say, oh, We'll just let everything go. 100% of the blocks are being made by Stakepools. Somehow you guys figure out this Project Catalyst thing. Somehow you guys figure out how to do the 600 million ADA and how to give that out in a reasonable way and make sure it's not stolen and make sure the integrity of the protocol is in check, right? And IOG still determines, the protocol parameters. They increase K to 500. They delayed things for a week a couple of times. We will not be fully decentralized at least until the end of the year, in my opinion, because what we are waiting for is specifically Project Catalyst and voting, right? That's the big thing that we're waiting for. Will that come this year? I don't know. I'm honestly not sure. It could. That's obviously the goal, right? But great things do take time, right? So, the whole point of this segment was because I kept seeing people say Cardano is fully decentralized when it's not. It's important for you to understand that risk, but that's not anything negative. Cardano is still, or the year 2021 is still the year of Cardano, right? So that's the answer to that. I hope that guys helped you out. I hope that made sense of some things, but we still are reliant on a centralized entity in Cardano. But one day we won't, and that day is coming much sooner than we're used to. So I'm very, very excited for that. Great things are happening, but let's go into the last part of this video. So for the last part of the video, the Occam Fi team. Heck yes, Occam Fi. And the Occam Association are pleased to announce the upcoming launch of Occam Razor, the first component on the Occam decentralized finance layer built specifically for Cardano. Occam.fi is designed to be the first all-in-one DeFi ecosystem built on Cardano, designed and developed by a leading team of experts and blockchain veterans. Occam.fi and its core components have been created to address several adoption critical needs of the Cardano blockchain ecosystem. Occam.fi's journey into Cardano DeFi's landscape begins with Occam Razor. It's very interesting. A decentralized launchpad designed to accelerate projects and startups building on Cardano. So that a launchpad, Occam Razor facilitates this through access to venture capital above and beyond that is currently available through other funding routes and catalyzing. It's a weird word. Catalyzing Cardano's dormant pools of off-chain liquidity. Cardano is currently one of the world's largest blockchain ecosystems with vast amounts of untapped on-chain liquidity. That is very true. Up until mid-2020, Cardano ADA token holders could not use their stake for yield-generating purposes until staking, of course. So a launch pad. It's very interesting, and they're actually partnering with IOG. So I'm interested to hear, what they come, because it seems like it's going to be a whole, host of things. But it's first starting with another way to get people funds using venture capitalists money. It's very interesting. So Occam, I want to learn a little bit more about them. So about Occam Fi ecosystem is managed and maintained by the Occam Association, a Switzerland-based entity operating from the crypto-friendly canton of Zug. No, I botched that. When the Occam Fi ecosystem grows sufficiently large, Occam.fi will be governed and steered by a carefully designed and decentralized autonomous organization. That's very cool. Occam.fi is the first decentralized launchpad designed specifically for Cardano. We've already done that. But one thing I do like about this project, right, is the fact that it's being designed specifically for Cardano. It's not being ported over. And because Cardano has Haskell, it's this formal verified language that can solve a lot of the issues with Ethereum smart contracts, right? You hear about people losing money. You hear about there being issues in the smart contracts. Well, using Haskell, you can write these in a way to where they can be verified. And that's very important. So that's why I'm happy, because not only that, there's also security and utility to it, right? There's more that you can do with Cardano's programming language specifically for DeFi than you can do with Ethereum. So I'm excited that they're actually designing this specifically for Cardano instead of just using Solidity, to bring it over using the EVM that we have. So the OCC token, this is to support the Occam.fi. OCC tokens allow access to premium liquidity pools while also fueling a continuous ecosystem diversification, a feature where OCC token stakers are continuously airdrop small quantities of tokens of the best projects closing their funding rounds on Occam Razor. So that's very interesting. There is going to be a token attached to this. I'll keep you guys updated on this. But that is the video today. If you guys enjoyed it and you haven't already, please click that like button. If you made it till the end of the video, type in Occam Razor down below, or weekly recap if you guys want to see more of these. But that's the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys have any questions about the decentralization aspect of Cardano, feel free to comment down below or join the Discord server, and I'll answer that for you. But I hope that all made sense. I know people are weird about bad news, but it's not FUD. It is what it is, ladies and gentlemen, but I hope you have a good weekend. Goodbye.